Recording.
Hey, you guys! Welcome back to another episode of Comics and Dragons. I believe we're on episode 17, maybe?
Yeah.
Gotcha, yeah, got it right. Sweet.
You guys
Hey,
can do
we're
like
back. You know what? Fair. Sometimes we all do. Uh, and we're back with another No Dylan episode today.
No
And
Dylan allowed.
No Dylan allowed.
yeah.
I think last time I saw Dylan, I think I fed them to the an octopus, possibly.
Ooh. Like a big octopus, or is it piece by piece, like a serial killer in a Saw movie?
Man, I really hope it was piece by.
You didn't see it happen?
I recorded it.
Huh.
Makes sense.
I have video evidence. There you go. So yeah. This week we're doing a episode on Little Witch Academia. Uh, which is I've seen most of this. Ray, how much have you seen of it?
One episode.
Great.
That is slightly more prepared than any other time I've been on here.
That is
Straight off the bat, I have to know, why is she carrying a broomstick and not flying on it?
okay. So like, the character's right over here. The character's right here. Okay. So the thing about her name is Atsuko, and one of her issues in like the first half of the series is the fact that she doesn't know how to use her magic correctly. She has it. Every time she tries to do anything with it, she messes up. It's kind of like one of those type of things.
So,
Like,
Ron Weasley in the second Harry Potter film.
yeah, exactly like that. Like, I remember that she tries to get on a broomstick and tries to fly with the broomstick, and then like she keeps falling off over and over again. And there's also this one mean girl named Diana, who's like perfect at magic. She's like the best student there, and like and like she like makes her her rival or whatever. Those type of series.
Oh.
Um,
She's the blonde girl with all the blue in her hair.
I guess I wouldn't call it blonde. She's not actually in the picture. But I think it's more like greenish color, like a light green or whatever. Yeah, she has like the light green hair. I think she's in the first episode. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. She was being really rude and not nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty much what it is like for like a lot of the first half of the series. It's very episodic in that way. For the first half, where it's like you go like you've seen the first episode, you've seen like the first 6 episodes pretty much, because it's basically her like she tries to learn a magic spell. Um, she fails at it first. Dan does it better, and then at the end she'll like find some way at the very end to like outclass Dan at the very end of the episode or something like that will happen. Like I remember one where she was like, I remember when she had like got she had, she there was like this um uh one of those wands, and like there was just one wand that was like no one could go to because it was super dangerous and everything, and like this one chick tries to grab it, tries to like control it, but like the basically it works on its own. Like it has like a mind of its own. Like it goes crazy and like there's like he was like there's a legend about this one day like it will like kill you. It might like you might die if you like try to like the last person who tried to like wield it almost died or whatever because they couldn't control it. So this one chick is like, I'm gonna break in and get this anyway and try to use it so I can win this competition. And obviously she ends up like failing to like control it, but then at the end, Asuka ends up getting it, and she doesn't exactly manage to like get under her control as much as she does just like be into submission kind of, and then manages to make it like go past the finish line for the because it's like a race that they're doing.
Oh.
And it also helps that she also has her friends with her, which is I think is a big part of the show, which is like the friendship she makes with these other two girls.
Hermione and Ron.
Yeah, I mean it is kind of like in that type of like situation where it's like you get like the three friends. And they're chilling out together. They're trying to all learn magic together. Oh yeah.
Is the crux of her getting it to submit to her just this is just the same shit for me every time I try to use magic. So whatever.
Sure. It does become very annoying. Also, there's another episode that I remember that I watched relatively recently. I'm not finished with the series either. About them, it was like one of those like where like this one guy comes. I think the guy's name was Andrew or whatever, and like they have like it's one of those magic balls where you like or prom or whatever. We're all dancing and stuff, and like she wasn't invited to go there because it was like at this rich guy's house, and and then she goes anyway, and then she ends up like getting into a fight with the dude, for being there even though she wasn't invited, and I think her name is Lotte, ends up no Susie ends up doing this, where she brought like this weird animal with her to the prom, and it's one of those where like whoever if it managed to hit you, it's like Cupid's arrow basically. Where if it manages to get you, it makes whoever you look at fall in love with you, and it ends up getting out in the prom and like ends up just attacking people, making them fall in love with each other.
And that's not a little bit rapey.
It's a lot of it.
Yeah. I never liked love potions or things like that because they're just bad.
Yeah.
That's how Voldemort was conceived.
Is that why Tom Riddle was put up for adoption or whatever?
Partly, yeah. And also that's why you can't feel love.
Oh. Fun.
Because he was born where there was no true love. I don't know what happened with his nose, but that's not why we're here.
Love potion side effect. You get no nose.
Well, I think there was a theory that when Snape went into the room to cradle the dead woman, on the way there he saw Voldemort's dead body and kicked it in the face.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you give me a premise with magic school, though. I'm just thinking Harry Potter.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I think it's also fun when magic school comes up and all anyone can talk about is, but are they punching each other in their face? Like, magic fireballs and whatever are cool, but like, Is anyone decking each other?
I think, okay, a fireball is cool, but it's not as satisfying as the crunch of a nose.
Of Voldemort's nose.
Well, yeah.
Snape took that from Harry.
Then you also have the issue in wizard duels, is why doesn't someone bring a gun?
Well, we know why, personally.
Oh yeah, because I know why in Harry Potter, because it took place in England, but... you know, it's...
Well, wizards with guns before.
A wizard with a freaking gun. You know, isn't that what we ended up doing isn't that basically what we ended up doing in Burn the Witch campaign, where we just highlight guns?
That's a good point.
It was really funny.
And Bree is currently playing an artificer with a gun in a campaign.
Yep.
A ridiculously overpowered gun.
Right?
But to be fair, guns in magic settings, they're powerful.
Bree does have to crit with it, or else, basically. Which is not to be the...
Keep going.
I was just gonna say, not to be the not good enough cinematic universe here, but Amana did die because she couldn't crit with that gun.
I just want to ask, because an awful lot of magic school things, or magic in general, just tend to ignore outside technology and the world developing and just focus it in a fancy reality. How do they deal with that sort of thing in this?
You're asking me about like how they deal with technology in this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually just got to this in the anime. It's in the second half, but like they have a whole thing here where like all these people outside, everyone's like magic. Like people look at their school as like very of the time, like ancient. Like y'all still using that old magic stuff over here. And so you find like they get all this magic from this one area, whatever that like houses all the magic power. And episode like the second half of the season, there's this woman who comes up. Who's like this, because like all these who run this school are like these old people, right? Like they're all old. They've been doing this for like ever. They have like they're super traditional. And like this young teacher comes over like, I have technology, and I'm going to use technology and magic together to kind of like redo this school and make it like more modern or whatever. And so like she gives them all like these iPads. And they all get like iPhones, and like it's a whole thing. And she ends up like basically taking over the school with her technology and. That's kind of where I'm at with it right now. Where like it's kind of like using technology to like kind of like take over like the way of being. But like so there is technology in this world. They just choose not to use it because they're super old and they want it to be traditional. They're like stickers.
Which Kahoot?
Yeah, there's also a thing in the prom episode about this because like Andrew's dad or whatever was all like one of the reasons he didn't want like Asuko to kind of go to the prom because it was because she goes from that school and she used all that old magic and he really hated magic and he hated that type of magic and he was like, you guys need to get out of here with that. I don't trust it. He really did not like it, and that's kind of one of the things of the show. Like, I wanted to get with him, but like, also Andrew being very uppity because he's also like magic sucks or whatever. So that's how they deal with it
It's quite interesting.
so far.
And then you also have the fact that introducing magic would also accelerate some understanding of technology.
Yeah.
And also, let's say we had people who could do magic and stuff. You know, an awful lot of more. I think like smithing. If you could just magic a bit of metal into the shape of a sword, nobody would ever have to learn how to blacksmith.
Oh yeah, and then people would lose jobs as a result of that. Hey, that would be probably something else right there. Really interesting way of doing things and really kind of crazy premise you got right there. Got right there, Ryan.
Like insurance jobs with magic. 'Cause you know someone's gonna get a little crazy. And some things are gonna get a little bit obliterated.
Magic insurance. Yeah, I think you definitely would at some point need that. Like, like maybe like broomstick insurance. Those days you break your broomstick.
You're 9 times out of 10 you just use magic to fix it.
True.
But like a whole building, that's a lot of prestidigitations, you know?
Well,
I gotta cast a level 6 my spell slots for that. God dang it.
there was a scene in, again, one of the Harry Potters where they just tied up an entire house by waving their wands. And do you know what? I think that would probably be the most useful bit of magic ever.
Yeah.
Always a little thing that magic can help with. Any more than less than the big things, like just washing the dishes. I really don't feel like doing this today. Can I just use magic just to wash my dishes? I think as simple as that. Or make up my bed. I really don't feel like doing it today.
Depends on what universe the magic is coming from, because it could be a very silly piece of media where you can do the useful thing, but your plates grow legs and sing an obnoxious song.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah!
He was just fed up with all the servants and wanted furniture instead, but then it began to sing.
Imagine trying to go,
You can go.
imagine trying to go to bed and your bed is like, bro, please.
I swear you've gained a few pounds.
Oh my
You gotta get out of the castle, man.
Or what's even worse is you lay down on the bed and it starts talking dirty to you and just... Oh!
No! No!
Or, you know, you're just about to fall asleep and it suddenly screams, "Ah, we're being attacked!"
Does that every night as a funny prank. Wonder the Beast was so pissed off all the time.
I need to actually watch that film at some point.
You haven't watched it?
Good, it's fun.
That's crazy.
Well, I read the book when I was younger and that was kind of it. I've never seen Snow White. I've just read the book. Sleeping Beauty.
I guess you got something from it.
I hadn't. I just had the book of nearly every single fairy tale. I've never seen Cinderella.
Crazy.
Some
It's not a
iteration-
story.
Some iterations of Cinderella are mildly transphobic, so watch out.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of pantomimes, but an awful lot of pantomime is about drag.
Oh.
It was so fun. Mild detour, went to a pantomime to see a Cinderella, and one of the ugly stepsisters was played by a teacher at my school.
Oh.
It was brilliant. I mean, he was on the poster as well, so that was...
Oh, that's wonderful.
That does sound quite interesting.
Yeah.
Never actually been to a pantomime.
It's an English thing.
But I mean, I know we did learn about pantomimes in my theater classes. You know, we talked about it. So I did like learn stuff about it. I just never actually seen one. Well, yeah, kind of, sort of have kind of seen one, but not really.
I've written one and starred as the antagonist and helped direct it. That was pretty good.
Oh,
We had about 1,000 people come watch.
nice. Um, I was directing it like. Seems like a
Difficult. It was a student cast, and yeah,
Oh.
they're nightmares. But in the end, they grew to appreciate me.
As they must.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So one of them was, being an absolute nightmare for like most of the time, and then right near the end, he came up to me crying and was like, "People say I'm not very good and that I shouldn't have a part because I'm always messing around." You are always messing around, but you can't tell them that when they're crying.
No.
You have to go, no, you're doing great. Just maybe tone down the silliness a bit, and you're not allowed to hit them either. But that's probably a good thing.
It's very sweet of you to comfort them, because that gets quite frustrating.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, we did what was it? A Knight's Tale. It was based off of King Arthur sort of stuff. But the year before was Cinderfella. About, well, the plot didn't actually make sense at all, but that's okay. Plots don't need to make sense. It didn't make any sense.
didn't make any sense.
Before that was Alibaba and the 14 Thieves, because we didn't have a big enough cast for 40.
That's fair.
I think.
Theater doesn't have to make sense. Cats is a
No.
popular thing, and there's no plot.
Yeah. One day I'm gonna have to strap my brother down and make him watch that film. It's gonna be revenge for something, and I'm probably gonna have to leave the room. But yeah,
2019 version's really bad.
I'm gonna have to take your word for it. I haven't been able to bring myself to watch it.
I've seen clips of it to compare, and man, it's not good.
No. Oh, well,
I don't think that's a good idea to do a movie though.
the thing is, one of the main reasons it's bad is because of how the cats look. And this is actually a big issue in movies right now, because you have unions for things like costume departments and props and things like that. You don't have unions for digital artists, which means they tend to be an awful lot cheaper in the short run, and they're easier to manipulate from a studio perspective. So
Yep.
if you can afford them, normally it's just easier to go digital over everything, and it makes things look so much worse. I don't know if you've seen that set of a scene from Spider-Man Far From Home where Nick Fury is sitting there holding the tranquilizer gun. The actor's not even holding a tranquilizer gun. That is CGI'd in.
Why?
Because it was easier for Disney to do that than to hire people for props.
Oh, God forbid the billion-dollar monopoly has to scrounge money for CGI.
I mean, you can't tell, but that's not the point. It's also getting a little bit harder for props and costume people to get jobs with these sort of big industries, because they don't want them, because they have unions, and they can... If you're a big company, you work with someone without a union because it's just less hassle. And they have less rights.
Wow. Yeah, that's not great.
And that's why more people should unionize.
Yeah.
Looking at you, CGI people. Don't be afraid. Stick it to Disney.
Give in to Disney.
So yeah,
No.
if they had actually had proper costumes for cats, it might have looked kind of alrightish. But instead, they had that.
CGI. Yeah, I just wasn't going to make a movie for the cats, just in general, I feel like.
I mean, it probably would have been easier just to make it, an animated film.
That's what they probably should have done. Let's be real.
A long time ago, there was going to be an animated film, but it was scrapped, and the character designs actually went off. But the movie industry is full of cowards.
Oh, but you have to remember the time that the internet bullied Sonic into redesigning him.
Yeah,
That was... wow.
that one was warranted.
But still, just, wow. That was a wow moment with Sonic. Anyway. Sonic's such a weird character.
Sonic's got an attitude.
Yeah.
Son? No, Sonic's.
A cool dude with a bad attitude.
Sonic Underground. That's what this episode's about, right, Bree? Sonic?
As much as everything, as much as you would love everything to be about Sonic, no, everything cannot be about Sonic. Everything is not, all roads do not lead to Sonic.
It just did.
No. I will not allow this. This is a highway robbery. I feel like I'm going to have to sue you, Gray.
For what?
American.
Or Sonicflation.
No!
It has to be done. I have to call a court about this.
At least do Sonic Dream, I think it was, for that too.
Like what?
You don't know, you don't know.
But I okay. Do I want to know or do I not want to know?
You don't.
You know what? Fair. That's fair. I don't think anyone needs to know everything about Sonic. Every part of their lore. Like lore.
It wasn't an official game, I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's good. Worked on by a fan. I assume.
But who's to say?
Yeah.
Okay. So this has gone on for quite an interest. This is taking quite an interesting turn here.
That's what we do here.
Is that why we were invited?
You know what? Yes.
No one can segue like we can.
I think this is taking more of a segue than when during the Berserk episode when Jake went on a whole entire tirade about fairy tale that one time.
Segway, what about Swagway? Or not?
You have swag?
Yes,
Is that a
large bags
question?
of cash.
How many large bags of cash?
This is in fact the
And
swaggiest episode.
Yes.
I'm imagining Violet just counting her bags of cash.
Well, this may interest you to know, but I do sort of unofficially collect money that doesn't count anymore. So, I've got francs and old English notes and Greek currency that went out of circulation, and I've got all sorts. So yeah, sometimes I just sit back and count it. I also have like $7.
It's the swaggiest episode.
Yeah.
I remember back when I was younger, I used to do that kind of sort of thing. Not with like those weird $2 coins and stuff like that, where I would find them. I feel like they were easier to find back then than they are now. But yeah, it was something I used to do. I mean, I found like a half quarter at one point. A $1 coin at one point.
I didn't know you have had those.
And we don't anymore.
You can get them out of vending machines. That's the only place I've ever gotten them.
Oh, okay, so my favourite story about old money is when we went on a school trip to France. Now, France uses the euro, and they have for a very long time, ever since Europe did. Apparently, he's the only person in the world who didn't know that, because he tried to pay for something using francs. And the cashier didn't speak English, so wouldn't take his money, but couldn't tell him why.
Oh no!
So it was just the world's weirdest transaction, just like the cashier didn't like him. Until eventually the teacher came over, looked at the note and said, "This is not a euro." Anyway, he gave it to me, so yay.
Yay! Yay for getting free money.
Well, I don't know if that technically counts as money. Because it can't be exchanged for goods or services. But, yeah.
Unless you find the right people.
What you're saying is it can't legally. Look how. That's kind of how, like, how cryptocurrency works. I don't even know.
Cryptocurrency doesn't.
No.
It's just iffy.
It kills the environment for no reason.
Yeah, dreadful for the environment. And also, due to it massively affects graphics card sales. It's very difficult to get a decent graphics card these days because of cryptocurrency.
Mm. I don't know how like jack shit is about cryptocurrency, if I'm being honest.
Language.
My brother was interested in it for a bit, but didn't go anywhere.
Here. A weird thing.
Because it's not worth it unless you can, what was I going to say? Like, focus an awful lot of computing power towards it. Or you might as well just go to the stock market.
Yeah, probably a better, easier thing to do is to get just some stocks. I remember that one person got into like I don't think it was cryptocurrency though. I think it was something where it was like one of those unloan money retailers who got like in trouble for like getting so much money. But it also wasn't like a lot. It wasn't like a lot. Ended up going to prison for it because they were like trading it with people for like black market deals or something.
Insider trading.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember Double Toes did an episode and they were like, If you're gonna at least do that, just do it for like some like a lot of money. Don't do it for like I think it was like $1,500 or something like that. They were doing it for.
I just remember in GTA, whenever you're about to assassinate someone, you just put all your stocks into the opposite company, and you just made millions.
Ooh, stocks.
Pretty sure that's how you do it in real life.
Yeah, it is.
Just going out to just casually kill a CEO so you can become a couple £1,000,000 richer.
Yeah, just kill a CEO. It's not that hard.
Yeah, GTA obviously is emulating real life stuff all the time.
Yeah, because in real life I can call an orbital satellite to kill my friend because he sent a mugger after me.
Every time I die in real life, I just wake up in the hospital and start swinging.
Yeah, the thing is though, that costs money. Like real life for you weirdos.
Yeah.
In England, we get our resurrections from part of the NHS.
Guys even get free resurrection?
Yeah.
Damn.
National Health Service is brilliant.
No, there is some truth here. There is some truth here.
I remember there was some American who said, yeah, he was commenting on how we deal with our National Health Service, and said it's a good thing Stephen Hawking wasn't English, otherwise we wouldn't have him around anymore. Saying that we wouldn't be able to keep him alive, but he is, or was. Yeah, we're not fantastic, and currently, if you want to set an appointment with a doctor, you have to call at 8 in the morning. Everyone has to call at 8 in the morning. It's a terrible idea. But, we do what we can.
Air. Crazy.
Okay, so, going back, how do they deal with sort of medicine and healing? Do they just have healing spells in this universe, or do they do complex potions, like regrow your bones?
I think they just have healing potions here. Although I think they also have a doctor. So I'm not even sure. They do definitely have a doctor's office.
It appears you fractured 3/4 of your spine. Either take this red liquid, that will make you feel better, or I can cut you open and see if I can fix it myself.
Depends on what you can afford.
Sometimes you probably do need it. Sometimes, you never know. Maybe someone who like is sucky at magic, like their body just made differently.
You've got pain. Different. You've got pain in your lungs. Okay. Either take this potion, or I can stick it with a needle. The needle's more expensive.
I don't know. I think I would like the potion, but at the same time,
of course it is.
At the same time, getting a needle stuck in me, there is some euphoria there.
I don't like the direction this went.
The government doesn't want you to know this, but stabbing yourself is technically free. Inadvisable, but free.
I mean, yeah, what are they going to arrest you for? Assault? That's yourself.
Yeah, take that, self.
Alright, yeah, there's... Yeah. I missed part of what you said. No, we were making fun of the doctor thing.
Okay, nobody stab yourself, and let's move on.
Okay, good.
Yeah. How do they break up different types of magic, or is it just you don't have to be specialized?
What do you mean break up different types of magic?
Do you mean like, is there a form of necromancy, transfiguration, and
There's
runes?
definitely
Yeah.
those things. There is also dark magic.
Do you have to practice just one, or can you just go in and pick whatever spell you like?
You're taught. It's a school, so you're taught it. There's a dark magic class. Obviously, I only want them to teach them dark magic, though.
I want to go to dark magic class.
Oh, wait, does Harry Potter have a dark magic class? I think it is.
Well, okay, so normally they have
Yeah.
defense against the dark arts, but in the last book it was revealed that they just changed it to dark arts, where they teach the unforgivable curses to the students, and kids in detention have to be the test subjects. And Neville was pointing out a scar he
Wait,
got.
is that real?
Neville was pointing out a scar he got because he refused to torture first year, who would have been about 11 or 12.
That's wow.
Yeah.
That's
Wizard
not
school
good at
sucks.
Well, okay, so first of all, if you can deal with the staircases changing, that's a start because most people couldn't. There are rooms you can't walk into because there might be three-headed dogs. You can't go near the forest because of the werewolves, the unicorns, and Lord Voldemort hangs out in there sometimes. Don't go into the basement because a snake lives there. Don't go to the toilet because the snake lives there. We also have to deal with pretty much every single student is carrying a gun on them at all times, so just like in America. And then you also have to deal with the fact that Hagrid has whatever the hell up his sleeve. Whether it's a hippogriff that attacks students who are mean to it, or blast-ended screws which literally explode. You've also got to deal with the fact that at the end of every single year, Voldemort tries to kill everybody. I bet
Imagine
I bet the year after Harry Potter, the students were just so relieved that he wasn't going to be there anymore. Finally, I can focus on my education.
graduating. Sorry, go ahead.
I finished.
Imagine graduating just like before all that happened and seeing it go down from whatever the hell wizard hole you're in. Like, damn, I'm glad I graduated. That sucks.
Well, it could be. Imagine you're trying to graduate the year that Hogwarts became a battlefield.
Hell. Absolute hell.
If I remember correctly, Hermione went back to do her final year. Harry and Ron just went, screw this, not doing school anymore.
I think I was a correct choice in that situation.
Yeah.
I think there isn't like a lot of and where I'm at right now, there isn't definitely a lot of dark. Because I think also Little Witch Academia also prides itself in being super wholesome most of the time. But I think the character of Susie definitely she's very chaotic. Cause her character is super chaotic. So I mean I guess you could say there's definitely some chaotic magic with her. I guess with all the weird stuff she does all the time with her plants. She's basically just poison ivy at most points, where she's just and she's very much a shut-in, which is one of the reasons why even though she was the one who did the love potion in the first place, who had it, and it wasn't even a love potion, it was like a pet thing that she had that she kept with her. That could also shoot people and make them fall. It was weird, okay? It was very weird.
That's alright.
Chloe's the one who's more like nice and sweet, and she's the one who tries to like be like the level-headed one and keeps them like not doing stuff that's illegal. Like, okay, group, we must not do anything illegal today. Hopefully, possible.
Today.
If at all possible. Yeah, that's very good. That's how just generally magic works for the most part. I think I have a name for this episode though right now. Now you can call this.
Woohoo.
Okay. Thinking about calling it magic and tangents, maybe. Or
Magical tangents.
Magical
Yay!
tangents! Yay!
We got there!
Woohoo!
Woo!
I'm pretty sure we're past the time mark. So.
Oh, what is time? Please
It's
someone
all
tell me.
relative. It's all relative. Time is relative.
Okay, we've been going on for 46 minutes.
I think we're good.
Whoa, 46 minutes.
If you're asking me to stop, I need you to say those exact words.
I'm not about to stop yet. So, thank you guys for another episode of Comics and Dragons, where we do a lot of weird stuff. Any of my two co-hosts have anything to say before we log off?
I hope you enjoyed the segues.
I hope you all did as well.
I will not apologise.
Here.
That's why I was invited here.
We did what we were supposed to.
You did your job, and you did it about C+.
We are getting graded?
Does this mean we get more experience?
Yeah, you get experience points just like you do in D&D. Sometimes.
No.
When you don't.
We might be able to level up soon, Violet.
Yay! Next level, I gain the ability to eat ice cream while we're recording.
Whoa!
Also,
Next
maybe I should...
level, I remember.
Don't worry.
Alright, you can stop.
No, Gray was saying something.
Okay. What would you say?
Next level, I remember when the episode is and show up on time.
I think that's a level 20 still for you.
Shit.
Alright, well. Stop recording in 3, 2, 1.